Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solving linear inequalities in one variable and their graphs. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is where the part 2 of our video class, the part 1 of our video. We actually answered this one class, numbers 1 to 5. So if you want to learn more with regards to the part 1 class, I will just put the link on the description down below. In the part 1 class, we actually explain why do we use an open circle, why do we use a closed circle with regards to our graph. So once again class, feel free to see the video class with regards to example number 1 for our part 1. Alright, so once again class, before we answer number 6 to 10, let's have a short recap class. Once again class, if the given symbol you have greater than or less than, simply use an open circle. We actually explained that one class with regards to the part 1. Why do we use an open circle? Why do we use a closed circle? Now, if the inequality symbol you have less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, simply use a closed circle. So you will be using a closed circle. So once again, linear inequality, a mathematical statement that compares two expressions using inequality symbols like less than, greater than, is less than or equal to, is greater than or equal to. Alright, so let's have example number 6 class. So number 6, our given, we have negative 3x plus 9 is less than 0. So once again class, we need to get the value of x in which it will satisfy the inequality. So once again, this is left and then this is right. So what would be the thing that we need to do class on the left side of this inequality symbol so that class the remaining expression will be only negative 3x? That's correct. We need to subtract both sides by 9 because positive 9 minus 9, that would be equal to 0. You can just simply cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only negative 3x. So this will be negative 3x, copy, positive 9 minus 9 is less than, so copy 0 and then minus 9. Once again class, question sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by 9? So that class you can cancel this out. So you can cancel 9, cancel this out, and the remaining expression will be only negative 3x. So copy negative 3x, copy is less than 0 minus 9, that would be equal to negative 9. Alright, and then to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by negative 3. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, so cancel this out. And our x, now once again class, once you divide the inequality, once again class, remember this one class, once you divide the inequality by a negative number, you need to reverse the sign. Once again class, once you multiply or divide the inequality both sides by a negative number, you need to reverse the sign. Now since we have less than, we change the sign class into greater than. We reverse the sign. So greater than the negative 9 divided by negative 3, that would be positive 3. Once again class, negative divided by negative is positive. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Remember that one class. So this will be our answer class. X is greater than 3. So therefore class, the value of x greater than 3, that will satisfy the inequality. X, it could be 4. Is 4 greater than 3? Once again class, x is greater than 3. If x is equals to 4, substitute the value of x, that would be 4. Is 4 greater than 3? Yup, 4 is greater than 3. It will satisfy the inequality. Now, how about if we say x is equal to 5? Is 5 greater than 3? Yup, 5 is greater than 3. How about if we say x is equal to 20? Is 20 greater than 3? Yup, 20 is greater than 3. So therefore, class, the value of x, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 20, greater than 3, it could be 100, it could be 1,000, and so on, up to positive infinity, greater than 3. Once again, class, remember this one class. Once you divide or multiply both sides, the inequality, by a negative number, you need to reverse the sign. This is less than, you change it into greater than. Now, how will we graph our answer class since we do have many value of x? So therefore, we need to graph our answer. Alright, so let's graph our answer. So you draw a number line Alright, so draw a number line. I hope class you remember this one, the number line. Alright, so 0 at the center part. So we have 1 and then 2. Actually class, you can adjust the number line because you have an arrow, it means infinity. So you have an arrow, it means infinity. So we have 3 and then 4 and then 5 up to positive infinity. So we have up to positive infinity. So up to positive infinity. And then this one, on the left side, before 0, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, up to negative infinity. Alright, now question. Are we using an open circle or a closed circle? Once again, class, are we using an open circle or a closed circle? That's correct. It should be an open circle. If you have greater than and then less than only, always use an open circle. If you have greater than or equal, less than or equal, you will use a closed circle. Now, let's explain it again, class. So, why do we use an open circle? Now, we use an open circle, class, because if we substitute the value of x, that would be 3. Once again, class, we use an open circle at 3. So, open circle at 3. Now, open circle, class, it means it's not included. Because if we substitute, class, the value of x, that would be 3. Once again, class, if x is equal to 3, and then we have this inequality, x is greater than 3. If x is equals to 3, substitute, class, the value of x, that would be 3. Is 3 greater than 3? Once again, class, substitute the value of x, that would be 3. Is 3 greater than 3? Once again, class, is 3 greater than 3? 3 is greater than 3? Nope, class. Of course, that's false. 3 is not greater than 3. This is false, class. Okay, once again, class, this is false, class. It will not satisfy the inequality. That's why, class, we use an open circle because 3 is not included. Once again, class, 3 is not included. That's why, class, we use an open circle. So, this is an open circle. Then, the x value, class, greater than 3. Our x, it could be 4. Greater than 3, it could be 5. X, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 20. How about if I say, class, x is equals to negative 4? Is negative 4 greater than 3? Nope. You will never have that answer, class. It will not satisfy the inequality. Negative 4 is not greater than 3. So, therefore, negative 4 is not allowed. It could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 7, it could be 10, 20, and so on. So, therefore, 3... So, 3 is not included. Going to the right. So, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. It could be 20 up to positive infinity. It could be 1,000, 1 million, and so on. Up to positive infinity. So, this will be your answer, class. So, you start at 3. 3 is not included. So, your x value, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Up to positive infinity. Arrow going to the right. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 6. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 7. Alright, so example number 7, our given, we have 4 minus x is less than or equal to 10. So once again, class, this is left and then this is right. So what would be the thing that we need to do, class, on the left side of this inequality? So that, class, the remaining expression will be only negative x. That's correct. We need to subtract both sides by 4, right? Because 4 minus 4, that would be equal to 0. So, this will be 4 minus x, copy, minus x is less than or equal to 10 minus 4. Question, sir. Why do we need to subtract both sides by 4? So that, class, you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only negative x. And then copy this one is less than or equal to 10 minus 4, that would be equal to 6. Now, since your x variable is negative, we need to multiply both sides by negative 1. So, multiply both sides by negative 1 and then negative 1. You can divide both sides, class, by negative 1. That's okay. Or we can multiply both sides by negative 1. You will have the same answer, class. Dividing both sides by negative 1 or multiplying both sides by negative 1, you will have the same answer. So, multiplying both sides by negative 1. So, negative times negative, it will become positive. Understood that there's 1 here. Once again, class, any variable, understood that there is a numerical coefficient of 1. 1x is just the same with x. Understood that there's 1 here. Alright, so multiply the numbers. Negative 1 times negative 1, that would be positive 1. Negative times negative is positive. 1 times 1 is 1. Simply copy x. So we can have 1x, or that would be equal to x. So we can erase 1 here. Now, since we multiply both sides by a negative number, we need to change the sign of the inequality. We need to do it reverse. Once again, class, we reverse the sign. We have less than or equal to. We change this one to greater than or equal to. And then 6 times negative 1, that would be negative 6. Once again, class, do not forget about that one, class. Once you multiply or divide the inequality, both sides, by a negative number, you need to reverse the sign. This is less than or equal to. You will change that to greater than or equal to. So this will be our answer, class. So therefore, the value of x, we have greater than or equal to negative 6. So therefore, the value of x greater than negative 6, it could be negative 5. So once again, plus x is greater than or equal to negative 6. So therefore, our x value, it could be negative 5. Is negative 5 greater than negative 6? Is negative 5 plus greater than negative 6? Yup, that's true. Negative 5 is greater than negative 6. And then x, it could be negative 4. Yup. It could be positive 1. Is positive 1 greater than negative 6? Yup. Positive 1 is greater than negative 6. Or x, it could be 20. It could be 100. 100 is greater than negative 6. Yup, that's true. So therefore, our answer for the x value, we do have many answers for the x value in which it will satisfy the inequality. So therefore, class, we need to graph our answer. So to graph our answer, let's do it. Alright, so you draw a number line. So we can adjust our number line since we have an arrow. It means infinity. So we can have this one here. We can have 0 and then negative 1. And then negative 2. And then negative 3. Negative 4. Negative 5. Negative 6. Up to negative infinity. And then on the right side, we have 1. We have 2. We have 3. Up to positive infinity. Once again, class, that's okay, class. You stop at 3 because you have an arrow. It means up to positive infinity. So this arrow, class, it means infinite, including positive 20, positive 1,000, 1,000,000, and so on. Alright, so our x is greater than or equal to negative 6. You can have negative 5. That's true. Now, since we have greater than or equal to, are we using an open circle or a closed circle? That's correct, class. It should be a closed circle because we have greater than or equal to. So, closed circle at negative 6. Now, once again, class, let me just explain that one, class. Sir, why do we use a closed circle? Because if we substitute, class, the value of x, that would be negative 6. If x is equals to negative 6, well, it satisfies the inequality, class, that x is equals to negative 6. Let's do that one, class. X is greater than or equal to negative 6. Now, if x is negative 6, well, it satisfies the inequality. So, if x is negative 6, is negative 6 greater than negative 6? Is it true, class? Negative 6 is greater than negative 6? Nope, it's not true. That's false. Now, since we have greater than or equal to, we have or equal to. Now, is negative 6 equal to negative 6? Is it true, class? Negative 6 is equal to negative 6? Yup, that's true. It will satisfy the inequality. That's why, class, we will be using a closed circle. Once again, class, that's why, class, we will be using a closed circle because it will satisfy the inequality that negative 6 is equal to negative 6. That's why, class, we use a closed circle. Just think it this way, class. No need to make things complicated, class. If you have greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, use a closed circle. If you have greater than or less than, simply use an open circle. Alright, so closed circle. And then the numbers, that would be negative 5. So negative 5 is true. Negative 4 is true. 1 is true. Negative 1 is true. 1 is greater than negative 6. So therefore, all numbers going to the right, it will be all true. It will satisfy the inequality. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 7. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 8. Alright, so let's have example number 8. So our given, we have quantity x minus 3 is greater than 4. So therefore, class, we need to simplify this one first. You do distributive property, you multiply this one. 2 times x, that would be 2x. And then 2 times negative 3, that would be negative 6. Once again, class, we need to do distributive property because this is binomial. So you multiply this one, 2 times x, that would be 2x. 2 times negative 3, that would be negative 6, is greater than 4. Alright, and then we need to add both sides by positive 6, or we need to add both sides by 6, because negative 6 plus 6, that would be equal to 0. We can just simply cancel this out. So this will be 2x minus 6 plus 6 is greater than 4 plus 6. Now, you'll be asking questions, sir, why do we need to add both sides by 6? So that, class, you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only 2x. So copy 2x and then 4 plus 6, that would be equal to 10. So copy is greater than 4 plus 6, that would be equal to 10. And then to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2, cancel this out. And our x is greater than 10 divided by 2, that would be equal to 5. So no need to change the sign, class, of the inequality since we divide this one by a positive number. So simply copy greater than. So x is greater than 5. Alright, so x is greater than 5. So therefore, class, the value of x, it could be 6. X, it could be 6. It could be 7. X is equals to 7. Is 7 greater than 5? Yup. 7 is greater than 5. So x, it could be 10. It could be 20. Greater than 5. And so on. Alright, so let's graph that one. So our number line. Now, what if I say, class, if x is equals to negative 2? Is negative 2, once again, class, simply substitute the value of x. X is greater than 5. If x is negative 2, is negative 2 greater than 5? Is negative 2 is greater than 5? Nope. Negative 2 is not greater than 5. So it will not satisfy the inequality. So therefore, it should be positive 6, positive 7, positive 10, and so on. Alright, so we have this one. So let's have 0 here, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, up to positive infinity, 7 up to positive infinity. So we don't have enough space, class. Let me draw it again, class. So we can adjust. So once again, this will be our number line. Once again, there's no need to worry with regards to number line, class, because you have an arrow. It means infinity. So you can have 0 here, and then positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6, positive 7, up to, we have positive 8 up to positive infinity. And then this one, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, up to negative infinity. Alright, so once again, we use an open circle because this is just greater than. So open circle to 5. It means that 5 is not included. We already explained that one, class. Even if we substitute the value of x, there would be 5. Alright, so x is greater than 5. If x is equals to 5, is 5 greater than 5? Nope, it's false. It will not satisfy the inequality. That's why we use an open circle. So 5 is not included. And then our x value, that would be 6 greater than 5, 7. 7 is greater than 5. We have 10 is greater than 5. So 5 is not included. Going to the right, all positive numbers going to the right after 5, those are the answer, class. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 1 million, 1,000, 100 million, and so on, up to positive infinity, not including, class, positive 5. Once again, class, positive 5 is not included. We have an open circle. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 9. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 9. Now, how about you try this one, class, example number 10, and then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So you try this one, class, number 10, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Alright, so let's have example number 9. Our given, we have 3x plus 12 is greater than or equal to 5. So once again, class, we need to get the value of x. So therefore, we need to subtract both sides by 12, because 12 minus 12, that would be equal to 0. So this will be 3x, copy, plus 12 minus 12 is greater than or equal to, copy 5, and then minus 12. Now, you'll be asking question, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by 12? So that class, you can cancel this out, and the remaining expression will be only 3x. So this will be 3x is greater than or equal to 5 minus 12, that would be negative 7. And then to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by positive 3. So divide by positive 3, divide by positive 3, cancel this out, and our x is greater than or equal to, once again class, no need to change the sign of the inequality because we divide this one by a positive number. We divide this one by positive 3. So no need to change the sign class. No need to reverse the sign. So x is greater than or equal to negative 7 over 3. Alright, so therefore class, we estimate this one. Let's have the decimal value for this one class for us to graph this one on the number line. So negative 7 over 3. So 7 divide 3. So let's divide this one. So 7 divide 3. 7 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. Add 1 0. So bring down 0. So you put a point and then you align the points. Put a point here and then put a point here. And then bring down 0. So 10 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down another 0. Alright. And then 10 divided by 3, that would be 3. And then 3 times 3, that would be 9. And then it will be repeating. So therefore, that would be 2.33. Once again, class, negative 7 over 3 is approximately, that would be negative 2.33. So therefore, class, x value, that would be greater than or equal to negative 2.33. So greater than negative 2.33. So that would be numbers going to the right. All positive numbers up to negative 2.33. So let me just graph that one class for you to understand that one. If we graph this one, alright, so number line, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to positive infinity. This one, we have negative 1, negative 2, negative, okay, let's have negative 3, up to negative infinity. So therefore, class, greater than negative 2.33, negative 2 class is greater than negative 2.33, right? Once again, class, negative 2 is greater than negative 2.33, as well as negative 1 is greater than negative 2.33. Going to the right, class, after this one, negative 2.33, those are greater than numbers than negative 2.33. Now, since we have greater than or equal, we will be using a closed circle. So use a closed circle. Now, where is negative 2.33? So let's estimate this one, class, negative 2.33. So if this is negative 2, in between negative 3 and negative 2, there would be negative 2.5. So negative 2.33 is here. So in between, class, this is 2.5, negative 2.5. So negative 2.33 here. Alright, this one right here, negative 2.33. And then we'll be using a closed circle because this is greater than or equal to. It means that negative 2.33 is included. And then x values greater than negative 2.33, of course, those are numbers going to the right after negative 2.33. So negative 1 is greater than negative 2.33. Of course, positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So all numbers going to the right. Alright, that's it, class. That would be our answer, class, with regards to example number 9. That's it, class. All set. That's how you graph this one, class. All set. So you try this one, class, number 10, and then you put your answer on the comment section down below. Once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.